Hi everyone, this is HeeroJay. Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Black, episode 29. Today, we're going to do Celestial Tower, but before we get there, some maintenance stuff to do. Checking out the team levels, Panpour and Pansear are both 31 each. Daisy is sitting at 30 because she's the HM slave, so maybe we'll level up some level 31 guys. It's spring now because I'm great at this. Not making that joke again, but you already know what I'm going to try to get at, so it doesn't even matter. Today we're doing Celestial Tower, and I'll give you a little precursor intro to it. A place of rest for distant spirits. So, you know, Tower doesn't seem too bad. It's all towery and spirally and shit. They say that when you ring the bell on the top of this tower, it pleases the resting spirits. Well, good for them. This is Celestial Tower, where Pokemon are laid to rest. I guess that's supposed to make you feel all sad. I try to use the bicycle indoors and it doesn't work. That's alright though. Yeah, you know, Celestial Tower is supposed to make you feel all sad and shit. Oh, well, this is where all the Pokemon that actually died and didn't fate end up, and blah blah blah. We got all the graves and shit inside, and you know, this is supposed to be kind of a half spooky, half serious mourning place, I guess. I don't really know how to feel about that, but that's what they were aiming for. At least that's what it seems like to me. If you got your thoughts on Celestial Tower, by all means let me know, but they were kind of trying to go, oh, well, you know, blah blah blah, take this serious, and dead Pokemon, herp derp, and it's like, I'm too old to be playing this game anyway, so death doesn't affect me as it would have 10 years ago when I first started playing, so you can take that any way you'd like. But in regards to how this tower went, there were some hiccups along the way. I'm not going to say that this went smooth by any means, because in typical HeeroJay fashion, things never do. But it's not like I'm not capable of getting through things. I can say that honestly. It just may take me longer than slightly everyone else, but still great at getting through things. And for whatever reason, this time through, I got wiped, kinda, and rather than run back to town and get heals, I decided to use some repels and potions and heal up that way. Sped up for your pleasure, of course. And this girl is apparently meowing at us, that's good. If I had a regret list for Celestial Tower, it would probably be not to use so many goddamn items, but I kinda did anyway. I didn't really want to walk or fly back to town, so I'm lazy, whatever. I've got a wallet full of Pokebucks. I think we can handle it. Even though your in-game mother kinda steals money every time you win, if you choose that to happen. I don't know, whatever. So, out of Super Potions now, that's cool. Nah, but as far as progress goes, random Pokemon, it's apparently the Litwick or whatever, it's the random guy that shows up, and HeeroJay ain't having that, so we're gonna awkwardly search through our bag to try and find a Super Repel. I eventually find it. I'm just bad at item management too. Now, but as far as tower stuff goes, like, this wasn't too terrible. I did have some hiccups along the way. Hyper Potion, good stuff. I did have some hiccups along the way, because, you know, my team isn't as strong as I would like them to be, so, you know, we're dealing with that, and plus we're dealing with the fact that I don't actually know everything I'm fighting. So, I might throw some people in that are type disadvantaged-ized. That's not really the best way to say that, that's what I'm going with. Type disadvantaged-ized against the opponent, and kind of get whipped that way. Although I do know Emolga, and I certainly hate him. But, yeah, so, as far as tower stuff goes, at least with this, there was no confusing elements to this by any means. It's basically just a modified straight line to the end. You snake up and down graves. There's a nurse/medic that comes up about halfway through, which you can utilize to your every woman desire to heal up. And then you continue to the top, and that's it. So there was no confusing stupid puzzles. There was no, oh, you need the Slift Scope to fucking do this to show the real monster and blah blah blah, like in Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow. It was, nah man, just get to the top and you win. Which I kinda like. I was expecting one thing, and I certainly got another. Not that I had a problem with doing Lavender Town Tower. I'm sure there's a real name for that, but I don't recall it offhand. I'm sure the Pokemon pros will step up and be, oh no, HeeroJay, it was called this. I'm glad you remember that, because I don't. But, yeah. Lavender Town Tower, you know, not exactly convenient back in the day, but certainly wasn't a big pain in the ass. And I gotta get that TM61 Will-O-Wisp, even though I know I'll never use it, because I like free shit. So, I don't want to bore everyone with, oh, well, back in the day stories, but it's pretty much what's going to happen from right now. Back in the day, you know, oh, you know, you got to get the Swift Scope and blah, 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 go to the tower in Lavender Town, and you fight the deceased Cubone's mother and what have you, and all the shit. And back when I was a kid, you know, that was actually pretty kind of scary a little bit, right? You know, you're dealing with death in a game, and if you're paying attention, it actually, like, affects you a little bit. I don't know. Like I said, it's been 10 years since I started playing, so it's kind of not had the same role as it did back then, but it's still scary a little bit. So, back then it was a big deal, and I don't know. People grow up, I guess. That's kind of what happens. And I don't want to say that the tower back then was easier. It seemed like it was really difficult, but again, that could be the age gap talking, so you might have that to blame. But I remember getting stuck somewhere in there. It might be due to the battle, and I think your rival was in the tower back then too, in Red, Blue, Yellow. And there's no rival to be seen in this, because, well, I don't really know if there's a quote-unquote rival in this game. But if I had to pick a rival, it would probably be N. I mean, you got Sharon and Bianca, who are supposed to be your friends, but they kind of are, but I wouldn't necessarily call them rivals, per se. I'd say N would probably be the rival in this game. You see sporadically, and he's trying to take over the world. So, yeah, he's probably the rival. Just realizing that now, you know, more than halfway through the game. Hey, by the way, that bad guy is probably a bad guy. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah. So we're plowing through Celestial Tower, and for those of you that watch these in real time, I reference you guys a lot, because there's like 2 of you. Thank you. Pokemon Black and White 2 came out recently, probably within like the last week or 2. I don't remember exactly when, but I know it was at Comic-Con that weekend, or the weekend after, near Comic-Con. That was a lot of fun. And, as you can obviously see if you look at the date, random spell tag, I'll show you what that is when I go look at it in the items case. I obviously am not done with this game yet to start Pokemon Black and or White 2. So, for those of you that were expecting that, I'm sorry you're disappointed, but it's not happening anytime soon, because I should finish this first before starting that. Yeah, I'm great at time management, I'm great at getting gameplay done, I'm great at getting commentary done. This, of course, is all spoken sarcasm, but in a perfect world, this game would have been done months ago, and I would have started Pokemon Black and or White 2 when it came out last week. But I'm still on the 5th gym badge that I just got, about to get the 6th one after the tower, so Black and White 2, probably not going to be a thing for a while, if at all. Thankfully, though, off-topic, Celestial Tower, this is the forward heal spot, the nurse that you fight. I don't recall if I get wiped here, but I remember this being a thing when I was going through it gameplay-wise. This is your forward heal spot, and for those of you that are quick to judge and not remember your past, Lavender Town Tower had one of these too. About to sneeze. Nope, we're good. So here's your forward heal spot, and the tower in that too had a spot that you could step on that everybody get healed. So I don't want to say they didn't do that in the past, they just didn't do it as much in the past in comparison. So finally make it to the top of the tower. Not quite. We got one more floor. Make sure you're getting ahead of yourself. Well, sorry, other HeeroJay, I don't remember recording this. Oh yeah, we recorded this about a month ago, you just forgot about it. Oh right, we should be more on top of that. We should indeed, HeeroJay, we should indeed. So, one more floor to plow through, or whatever. But yeah, Black and White 2, you know, I would totally play the shit out of it if this was done. I like getting things done, but time and whatever permit me to not. So, rather than continue on, we sneak on down and heal, because the nurse is right there. I think it'd be dumb to not use the nurse if it's right there. Makes sense to me why blow through your items, even though I pretty much blew through every single revive except for the one that I just picked up. Why not go down and do that? Makes sense to me, even though we're at the top of the tower. Better be safe than to be sorry. Take the extra 30 seconds, make sure your ass is covered when you go forward. Because God forbid you run into your rival or some shit like they used to pull all the time back in the day. You're prepared any which way. And, I feel like, well, I know for a fact that Black and White 2 is the first sequel they've ever made to a Pokemon game, which is cool. I just kind of want to see what they're going to do with it in regards to changing things. Sneezed off mic there so you wouldn't have to hear it, but you know, I kind of want to see what they're doing. They said it was set a few years in the future, after, you know, I'm not going to reveal the end of the game, but I'm pretty sure you know what happens in Pokemon Black and White. 2 years after that, and how things have changed, and blah blah blah, and apparently there's a Coliseum where you can fight old gym leaders and shit. Like, that would be cool if they put that in one, but they didn't. So, we may or may not run Pokemon Black and or White 2. We'll see what happens, going down for more free heals. I've got a lot of other things I want to do, and I'm kind of bad at putting these out anyway, so I doubt this will get done by the end of the year, which means I doubt Black and White 2 would get started next year anyway, so like I said, I've got other plans I want to do. Looks like everyone's leveled up a bit except for Pans here, who's still at 31, that poor bastard. If I had things my way, I would finish Pokemon Black and then move on to that other project that I may or may not have linked to in an IRL HeeroJay video. Team 65 Shadow Claw for you. It involves pulling out the N64 for some justice, but I think here we are at the end of the tower, so it's cutscene time. Excuse me. Oh, you came. Thank you. You bet I did. I was right when I saw her Pokemon. Don't worry though, it's fine now. Gave it Max Revive, then it felt better and flew away. Heh, don't I have great eyesight? My heart far things away. A pilot's eyes can see them. Oh, that's right. Since you've come this far, why don't you ring the bell? I'll ring your bell, baby. Also, the character's person ringing the bell is reflected in its sound. Yeah, sure, we'll ring the bell. For all that we've done, we ring the bell. Sure. Ring. The sound of the bell reverberates through the area. What a pretty sound. HeeroJay, you're a kind of strong person. Pfft, not really. It's that kind of sound. Nope. I'd like to introduce myself again. I'm Skylar, the leader of the Pokemon Gym. I use flying-type Pokemon. When you're ready, please come to the gym. I'll give you a big welcome. Well, that's certainly the plan. I definitely plan on going to see you next and taking your gym badge so we can continue on the story. Hindsight is 2020. I realize now I could have used Fly off the top of the tower and got back to the Pokemon Center, but I didn't. So, because we're terrible, we gotta pop a Super Repel, terribly navigate through ourselves, back through the tower, and then walk back to the Poké Center. So, that was Celestial Tower. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I'm just a whiny little bitch. I apologize. But, hey, we got through it, and that's what's important. So, right now I'm back to the Pokemon Center. I believe I healed up for nothing, so I do some shop buying here. So, other than the shop buying, where I buy a whole bunch of potions and revives, and instead of Super Repels, Max Repels, I got nothing. So next time we'll go take out the gym, get our 6th badge, continue on. And other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time on HeeroJay's Super Happy Ultra Mega Fail, kinda sorta not really run through of Let's Play Pokemon Black.